When it comes to the most common destinations I get asked about, there's Hawaii, there's the Maldives, and then there's this location in the middle of South Pacific. Everybody's intrigued by it, everybody wants to visit. Let's use Bilt Points to go to Bora Bora. Hey everybody, my name is Richard, Bilt's resident travel expert. Welcome to another episode of On Point, where I show you how to use Bilt Points to travel around the world. Before we get started today, hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode. And with that, let's jump in. We're gonna start today with KLM Air France Flying Blue. And you're thinking, what in the world, Richard? I'm not going to Europe. Air France actually has a fifth freedom route that we call, where they fly from Los Angeles to French Polynesia. Fifth freedom route just means they don't touch their home country of Paris. And you can use Flying Blue miles to book that flight. So it doesn't matter, you can go to KLM or the Air France website, you're gonna see the same results. It's all important book with miles. You do have to be logged into your Flying Blue account. Okay, I'm gonna search from Los Angeles to Papeete. I'm gonna leave that departure date blank so it brings up an entire calendar view of availability. I'm gonna start in economy class for one adult, and we're gonna click search flights. And you're gonna see here a calendar pulls up that shows you, hey, only 27,500 Flying Blue miles. That would be 28,000 Bilt Points transferred to Flying Blue because we have to transfer in increments of 1,000 points. You see, we'll click a date here, 27,500 miles, $84.30 for the Air France flight. Leaves at 11:50 p.m., flies overnight, and you click here for flight details. All you have to do is enter the passenger information, transfer your Bilt Points over, and you've got a flight to Bora Bora. Now, Delta also now flies this flight from Los Angeles to Papeete. So if you click through the different dates, maybe there's an option here where we can see if the Delta flight appears. If not, it just means there's no availability on Delta for that day. But we have here, looks like on November 28th, you can either fly the Delta flight that leaves 1 hour earlier. Costs, looks like 1,500 more miles, but it is $50 cheaper in taxes and fees. But using Flying Blue miles, you can now fly Delta or you can fly Air France. Let's take a look at what business class would be. And we're gonna see, hey, are there any good deals? Wow, yeah, look at the top here. We see 70,000 miles to fly business class all the way to French Polynesia. That's pretty great. If we cut the calendar, it looks like 70,000 miles to fly the 8.5-hour flight. Taxes and fees do go up a considerable amount from $80 to $222. But look, this is a multi-$1,000 flight to the South Pacific paradise, 8.5 hours in business class. So that's using Flying Blue miles on either Delta or Air France to fly. But let's take a look at our partner over at United Airlines. You're gonna see the non-stop option that I have here on a 787 Dreamliner. 45,000 miles in economy, only 85,000 miles in business, and only $5.60. So you say, hey Richard, there's only 70,000 miles on Flying Blue. Right, it was, but remember there's also $222. In this case, you would be paying $200 less than Flying Blue, but you would be paying 15,000 more miles, so you just have to make the decision. One thing I really like about the United website is our 30-day calendar, where we can go and look at those San Francisco flights and see, hey look, almost every single day they fly, only 45,000 Bilt Points transferred to United in order to fly on the San Francisco to Papeete flight. Hey, let's see if we can get lucky here and see if there is a connecting flight from Atlanta through San Francisco in one itinerary. At first glance, you're thinking, wow, this is awesome. It's still only 85,000 miles, no additional miles in business class to get from Atlanta to San Francisco and then to French Polynesia. An all-important call out here is that it says mixed cabin on the bottom right of this tab. So if we click details here, it shows me, yep, even in the business column, that first flight from Atlanta to San Francisco, I'm gonna be flying economy. The second, in fact, I am gonna be flying in Polaris business class. So with flights covered, let's take a look at hotels. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Hotels in Bora Bora are expensive, and if you wanna use points, it's gonna cost a lot of points. So let's just set those expectations right now. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the Bilt website. This is just BiltRewards.com, and I have logged in. I click the travel tab, I click hotels, and I go to transfer partners, and we're gonna use our partnership with the wonderful people at Aways to search Bora Bora. I picked those same dates in December where I was looking for flights, and click search. Right now on Aways, you're gonna see 3 different intercontinental properties from IHG, and you're gonna see the first one, 195,000 points per night. Like I said, it's gonna be a lot of points. These are unbelievable hotels. So here with the Aways 12-month calendar, we can scroll down and see, hey, does it get any cheaper? And you can see really the cheapest it gets is 189,000 points per night. And the last thing to know about hotel availability in Bora Bora, it is usually pretty last minute. They don't like to open it up months in advance, as you see that the Aways calendar here pretty much after February. For recording this in November, there's not much space available. So if you're looking to use points, it's gonna have to be a relatively last minute trip, which, hey, is very possible with the award availability that we just saw on flights. With that, let's introduce our newest hotel partner here at Bilt. This is Marriott Bonvoy, and the property open in Bora Bora right now, the St. Regis Bora Bora. I'm gonna leave it as a flexible date. So I have specific dates and flexible dates. I'm gonna leave December 23. I'm gonna leave it one night at a time so I can piece together potential award itinerary. Make sure Marriott Bonvoy points is selected and then view rates. And you're gonna see here, hey, day by day, here are the dates available for a stay at the St. Regis Bora Bora using Marriott Bonvoy points. Remember, with Bilt Points and Marriott Bonvoy, for every 20,000 Bilt Points you transfer in a single transaction, you get 5,000 Marriott Bonvoy point bonus. So for these nights in December of 23, you would actually only need to transfer 80,000 Bilt points into Marriott Bonvoy because you would then get 100,000 Bonvoy points, which is enough to book almost every night that we see here. If you don't know if you want to travel in December, you're gonna have to click over and see, hey, in January, it looks like it goes down to only 88,000 points per night. Remember to take into account that 5,000 point bonus you're gonna get when transferring from Bilt into Bonvoy. If we click into the date here, it's gonna show you the different types of rooms available. And you see here, it looks like, hey, for a base room at this resort is a reefside garden, 1-bedroom villa, 1 king ocean view garden level private pool. Not a bad deal at all. Remember, these resorts go for $1,000 a night. But if you want to upgrade, it's going to be a few more points and 40,000 Pacific francs. You can do the quick currency conversion on that. If you want to get up to the overwater bungalow, hey, you can do it with all points, 168,000, or you can do the mix of points and cash. So we have your flights to French Polynesia from San Francisco or Los Angeles. We looked at the different hotel options with IHG and Marriott Bonvoy. You can also check out the Bilt travel portal where you can redeem points at 1.25 cents each towards the cost of these hotels. In these cases, it might be a better deal than transferring. You just need to make that comparison. The bottom line here is points and miles are going to help for an amazing vacation to Bora Bora. It is still going to cost you some money. You still got to buy the intra-French Polynesian flights. There might be some mandatory fees from hotels. You can absolutely have a dream vacation, and points and miles are going to help a ton, but please be prepared to spend a little bit of cash on this trip. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, you can always ask us any questions in the comments below or suggest future destinations for another episode of On Point. If you want to see the video on another tropical paradise, you can check out our episode on the Maldives. And with that, I'll see you out there.